Ghosts and hauntings of the American Civil War. For some, the American Civil War never ended. Their spirits linger. The American Civil War, a 4-year-long conflict from 1861 to 1865, was an era that left an indelible mark on the nation's collective memory. The traumatic experiences, enormous loss of life, and deep national schism have given birth to a rich body of supernatural folklore that continues to inspire both fear and fascination. This video will explore the enduring lore of Civil War ghosts, shedding light on how they reflect the lingering sentiments of one of the most turbulent periods in American history. Foremost among the locales associated with Civil War ghost stories are the battlefields, places where thousands of lives were abruptly extinguished. Sites like Gettysburg, Antietam, and Chancellorsville have become renowned not only for their historical significance but also for their alleged spectral activity. The Battle of Gettysburg, one of the most significant battles in American history, took place from July 1 to July 3, 1863. The battle resulted in over 50,000 casualties and marked a turning point in the Civil War. However, beyond its historical significance lies a haunting legacy that has captivated visitors for generations. Numerous legends have emerged from the battlefield at Gettysburg. Visitors often recount tales of phantom regiments marching in formation, ghostly soldiers who appear out of nowhere and then disappear just as quickly. Others report hearing spectral cries of wounded soldiers echoing through the fields or seeing apparitions of General Robert E. Lee on horseback riding across the battlefield. These eerie narratives serve as reminders of the tremendous human cost associated with war and highlight how those affected by it are never truly laid to rest. For many people who visit Gettysburg National Military Park today, it is not uncommon to feel a sense of unease or even hear faint whispers amongst themselves while walking through these historic grounds. The Antietam battlefield, located in Maryland, is not only a site of historical significance but also believed to be a place where paranormal activity occurs. Visitors and staff have reported sightings of ghostly apparitions and heard unexplained sounds such as footsteps or cannon fire. These experiences are said to occur particularly at night when the battlefield is quiet and dark. One area that is commonly associated with ghostly sightings is known as Bloody Lane, where one of the bloodiest battles during the Civil War took place. It's been reported that visitors have seen soldiers in uniform walking along the lane or standing still before disappearing into thin air. Another area known for its eerie presence is an old barn which was used as a field hospital during the battle. People who visit this location report feeling cold spots, hearing moaning sounds, or even seeing visions of wounded soldiers lying on makeshift beds. For many Southerners, the Civil War is not just a distant memory but a haunting presence that lingers in their homes and communities. From grand plantation houses to simple country cabins, there are countless buildings throughout the South that are said to be haunted by soldiers, slaves, and even famous historical figures like Jefferson Davis. Perhaps one of the most infamous examples is the White House of the Confederacy in Richmond, Virginia. This elegant mansion served as the official residence for President Davis during his tenure as leader of the Confederacy from 1861 to 1865. Although it has since been restored and turned into a museum dedicated to preserving Confederate history, many visitors claim to have felt an eerie presence while exploring its halls and rooms. Some say they have heard ghostly whispers or footsteps echoing through empty corridors late at night. Others report seeing apparitions dressed in period clothing standing silently in doorways or peering out windows. One particularly chilling tale tells of a woman who claimed to see Jefferson Davis himself sitting at his desk in one of the upstairs rooms, long after he had died. The Bellamy Mansion, a beautiful antebellum home in Wilmington, North Carolina, is not only a symbol of the region's rich history but also serves as a haunting reminder of the devastating impact that the Civil War had on families and communities. According to local lore, many believe that this historic mansion still harbors the spirits of Civil War soldiers who lost their lives during battles fought in and around Wilmington. These hauntings are more than just spooky legends. They serve as poignant reminders that war has far-reaching consequences beyond just battlefields and military tactics. The intimate, domestic effects of conflict can be felt within homes like these where families experienced loss firsthand. The Bellamy Mansion provides us with a tangible connection to this period in American history by making it clear that the impact was not only felt on open fields but also within the walls of homes where loved ones lived and died. The ghost stories of the Civil War era serve as a haunting reminder of the atrocities of slavery that continue to resonate throughout American history. The tales of haunted plantations and enslaved ghosts highlight the inhumane treatment and conditions under which slaves were forced to live and work. These stories often carry a tone of moral reckoning, with the spirits of those who suffered returning to seek justice from their oppressors. Beyond simply being spine-tingling tales, these ghost stories also serve as an important reminder that the wounds inflicted by slavery have yet to fully heal. Despite the end of legal enslavement following the Civil War, racial tensions continue to simmer beneath America's surface today. The ghosts that haunt these plantations thus represent not just our nation's past but also its present struggles with race relations. Sociologists and folklorists argue that ghost stories reflect the anxieties, guilt, and unresolved conflicts of a society. In the context of the Civil War, the prevalence of ghost lore can be seen as a manifestation of the national trauma that the United States experienced. The persistent hauntings symbolize an inability to completely lay to rest the issues brought up by the Civil War: racial inequality, regional antagonism, and the devastating loss of life. Furthermore, the Civil War ghost narratives perpetuate a sense of connection between the present and the past. In this way, they serve as a form of historical consciousness, reminding Americans of the deep-seated roots of contemporary socio-political issues. The American Civil War remains one of the most defining moments in U.S. history, with its ghost stories serving as an eerie reflection of the nation's collective memory. These spectral tales illustrate the lingering scars of the war, encapsulating the turmoil, tragedy, and unhealed wounds of this tumultuous period. They continue to provoke thought, stimulate historical interest, and inspire a sense of awe and unease, ensuring that the echoes of the Civil War will forever resonate in the American consciousness. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to Connect Paranormal. This will allow us to make more videos. Thanks for watching.